So Kris, we spoke to you on day one. It's been 3 weeks today now. Can you sort of sum up what it's been like for you?
It's been manic, to be honest. So yeah, the first couple of weeks didn't really get off my mobile phone. So I was having to recharge my phone at lunchtime every day. Yeah, it's been quite stressful, quite a few sleepless nights. But yeah, it has settled down the last week. So not having a game this weekend has definitely helped. I've been sleeping a lot better. So from a personal point of view, that's been good. But yeah, overall it's been quite an exciting period professionally, I suppose. Doing something that I've enjoyed doing, and I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to do it. Obviously, I'd rather Sheffield Wednesday didn't go into administration, but yeah, it's nice to be able to play a part in hopefully getting the club to a point where they can move forward in the future.
As administrators, you obviously go into loads of different businesses, you see loads of different things. Has there been anything here that's been a bit different for you to be involved in? Maybe the kind of day-to-day decisions that people maybe don't think that you would be doing?
Yes, there's been a lot of strange stuff that we've been involved in. So we've had issues with the club's IT systems, so we lost all our data for 5 days. So there's definitely some upgrades that need to happen on the IT system. We've had a big debate this week about what shorts we're going to wear at Blackburn Rovers. So we're in a position that we probably shouldn't be in, where we've got effectively 3 kits, and if we play against somebody in blue and white away from home, we are struggling a little bit. The fans would have probably noticed that on television against West Brom, the purple kit didn't look great, although I'm told that it looks fine when you're actually on the pitch. It's just the television that makes it look worse than what it is. So away at Blackburn Rovers, our shorts clash with them. So the options we've basically got is we can wear the blue home shorts, which with the purple kit do not look good at all. Or we've been given special dispensation to wear some black shorts that we had last season. But the problem with the black shorts is the numbers don't match up, and they've got to be those exact shorts. We can't go and just buy some other black shorts. So there's going to be a few. We've either got to play in blue shorts, which really don't go, or we've got to play in the black shorts, where we've got a few numbers patched up because some of the numbers are different. So we've decided to do that. So there's been things like that have been strange. Even we've had a big debate yesterday on chicken and chips. So what I wasn't expecting to happen is, apart from in the grandstand, we can't properly cook chicken and chips because the fire suppression system, obviously you can't, if you have a fire, you can't have water that comes down on the cooking oil. So with the chicken and chips, what we've actually got is there's a couple of kitchens where the chicken and chips are cooked throughout the ground, and then basically a guy's running around with a trolley trying to fill each kiosk up. So while some fans might be disappointed, apart from the grandstand, we have taken the decision that we're going to take chicken and chips off the menu until the fire suppression system can be upgraded. We've had similar debates around the drinks that we sell. So for instance, we've got the same amount of lines, broadly speaking, for bitter as what we have for lager. We sell 12 times as much lager as what we do bitter, and then people are queuing for the lager and not getting served quick enough. So we're having a look at whether we mix that up a little bit. We might be able to improve the lager offering. We're looking at whether we can bring a premium lager in addition to people who want Carling. So yeah, things like that maybe fans wouldn't think would cause such internal debate, but they have done, and they've been a bit strange.
Yeah. So on the broader scale of things, as we sit here today, what stage are we at in the administration process?
So we've got 11 parties that have effectively given proof of funding. So as I've said previously to the fans, we've set that level at £50 million. That's not necessarily because that's the level of funds that will be needed to buy the club, but what it does is it eliminates people that clearly haven't got the money that's necessary to take it forward. So we've asked them for indicative offers by next Friday. What will happen is either all 11 parties will make offers or some won't. The ones that won't, we will go back and clarify with them whether that means that they're no longer involved in the process. Some of those 11 might make significantly lower offers than other parties, so again we'll go back to them and say, are you going to increase your offer? If not, we'll discount you from the process. So after next Friday, we will either still have 11 parties that are interested and have all made offers that we consider to be reasonable and in the right ballpark, or we will have reduced the amount of interested parties that we're looking at. And then over the next 2 weeks, we will be in negotiations with all of those parties that have made indicative offers to try and get it down to one preferred bidder by the 5th of December. That's what we're aiming for at the moment.
The communication with all those kind of things has been really key throughout this process, hasn't it? But would it be fair to say that as this process gets deeper into it and those negotiations and NDAs are there, that these kind of updates may become less frequent, would you say?
I think so. I think we might give a broad update in terms of where we are, perhaps a week on Monday in terms of how many parties are left in the process. But if we don't give an update, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that either it's too sensitive, or where we are strategically, we don't think it's a good strategy to give out too much information. So the supporters may find that the next 3 weeks it goes a bit quiet, they get radio silence. Yeah, that is normal in these kind of negotiations, so don't get nervous about it.
There's also been discussions with the EFL going on in terms of recruitment. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we only got a ruling from the EFL yesterday, and we're trying to clarify a little bit of the detail, but basically it looks like we can sign 2 free agents. So we'll be capped at, there's a wage limit that we'll be capped at, but yeah, the coaching team are aware that they can effectively sign 2 players. It's unusual in administration perhaps to be signing players, but we have got the cash flow to support that, and obviously if we can help the manager in any way in terms of strengthening the options that he's got available, we will do. We are conscious that we could lose 1 or 2 players to the African nations as well, so I think it's important that we stay as competitive as we can on the pitch. So yeah, the manager's going to take his time. He wants to get the right 2 in, but we might have some news on that possibly next week in terms of hopefully getting 1 or 2 new faces in.
Mm-hmm. Going back to communication, we've had a staff meeting this morning where the administrators took questions from staff members. You were part of the engagement panel meeting that took place in midweek. How did you find that? How did they go? And obviously that's been a key part of keeping everybody informed, hasn't it? Yeah,
so I think the engagement panel meeting went well. I'm told by the members of the engagement panel that it was a meeting that was different to previous ones they've had. They were pleased with the communication that they got. I think we actually wrapped the meeting up in 60 minutes, which is perhaps not what has happened previously. But yeah, all the supporter groups have been great. They seem happy with the communication that they've had, and obviously we'll continue to communicate with them as much as we can going forward. They were very keen to volunteer their services as well if we need any help with anything on match days. So we're seeing what we can take them up on in that regard. But yeah, in general, stuff like that's been great. And again, yeah, as you said, we did have the staff Q&A meeting. It's important to us, obviously the staff are what keep this business going on a day-to-day basis, so it's important to us that they understand exactly what's happening. If they've got any concerns, that they have an opportunity to raise them with us.
And a word on the supporters over this 3 weeks. The backing has been incredible, hasn't it? Whether it's tickets, merchandise, support in other ways as well. How much would you like to thank them, and how important is it that this continues as well?
Well, it's absolutely crucial. So if we hadn't have had the backing that we've had of the supporters, we certainly wouldn't be in a position where we're able to give the manager a bit of help and bring in hopefully 2 free agents. So it's enormously important. We perhaps wouldn't be able to take our time with the selling process as much as what we're able to try and make sure that we get the right buyer. So yeah, we had 27,000 against Oxford, 28,000 against Norwich. We've already sold over 30,000 tickets for the Sheffield United game, and that will either sell out or be very close to. So yeah, it's been absolutely superb, the support that we've had. The megastore has been doing fantastic business. so much so that we can't really meet demand all the time. So we've opened up a stall on the Christmas market opposite the top of Fargate, I think it is. So that again, we think will help get stock out. So yeah, it's just been brilliant. So we're just hoping that we can keep them as enthusiastic and keep their backing as best we can until we actually complete this process, which I'm sure they'll stick with us.
And I guess that has also been really key in marketing this club to potential buyers. It's not just the financial side, it's the backing, it's the history of this club and the support that it has and how important it is to the local community.
Yeah, so we had one interested party that was here against Norwich and they were blown away by the atmosphere. And we'll probably have a few more interested parties that are here when we play United. So yeah, it really is important that the buyers are seeing the potential. So we come round and the buyers have been coming round and they speak to us about the crowds that the club's got in the 80s and 90s, and they're pointing out to us that you know Wednesday were getting higher crowds than teams like Aston Villa, Chelsea, Man City, and in their opinion the only difference has been that those clubs have had investment and this club hasn't had Premier League football for 25 years. So to not have any Premier League football for 25 years and the crowds to hold up like they have, I think that does show buyers what the enormous potential is, and that's definitely what's getting them excited at the moment.
And there's been some more great initiatives this week. You mentioned one, the Christmas market stall just outside the town hall.
Yeah.
There's the 4-game ticket bundle that's gone out as well. These are great things that supporters can get behind as well.
Yeah. So the 4-game bundle was important to us. It's difficult to get the balance right because we have to be mindful of season ticket holders as well. But season ticket holders have definitely had the best value when you work it out so far. But we wanted to give as many fans the opportunity as possible to come and support the club. So I think non-members can buy a 4-match bundle for £80 on the Cop. So that hopefully gives them the opportunity to come to all 4 games and get behind the team. And then obviously what we found it against Norwich, by offering a ticket initiative, we probably got more in than what we would have done, which made the kiosk sales higher, which made the megastore sales higher. So we'll be trying to obviously maximise the opportunity of the fans being in and get them in as early as possible. We are working very hard when they do come in to make sure we can serve them quicker. So we've got a 40% increase in terms of staff numbers for the Sheffield United game compared to what we had for the Norwich game, and that in turn was I think 35% up on Oxford. So we're pretty sure that for the Sheffield United game the limiting factor won't be staff numbers, so we should be able to serve them quicker, and it's just coming up with as many ideas as we can to make sure that we make those queues as small as possible.
And just finally, there is that derby game now on the horizon. How much are you looking forward to being part of it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think we've got a good chance as well. So I'm sure Henrik will make the team competitive, and hopefully on the day we can get that first home win of the season. It'd be obviously a great match to get the first win in. So that's what we're hoping for.